Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious. So much love to you all my delicious little babies. 3, 2, 1, beam me up my juicy little lads. Thank you little lads, you're delicious and bright. Now then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers by. And I hope that you too are having a super duper and delicious time wherever you are in the world, and that life is also treating you most wonderfully. Now then, the weather in our neck of the woods in the UK, it may differ in other places. Well, if it's raining, it's raining. Surprise, surprise. All of July. Okay, my delicious little babies. Well, thank you to anybody who even chooses to even listen to my video today anyway. Yeah, so let's make a start, shall we? Now then, so this is on YouTube, my delicious little babies. So if you could please and thank you tap into the old space bar. Excess deaths with Senator Rennick. Okay, my delicious little babies, or rather, sorry. If you could please and thank you type in Dr. John Campbell. He has 2.82 million subscribers on YouTube, and the video, sorry, I'll repeat just once more, should read Excess Deaths with Senator Rennick. Okay, my delicious babies. Now then, yes, it's very interesting, and what Senator Rennick is talking about is over in Australia, and you know, the amount of passings away and all of these things. But of course, you know, when he speaks out as well, you know, he's classed as, well, he's not part of, do you want to be my gang, my gang, my gang? You know, one of those, do you see what I mean? So, you know, but God bless him, you know, he's yet another one, you know, who speaks out on things, do you know what I mean? But it's really interesting to listen to my delicious babies, and it's only, I think, 32 and something minutes long, so it's not long at all, okay, my delicious babies. But yeah, really interesting. But when others can see, and of course, as we very well know, more and more and more can now see. Do you see what I mean? There we are, what all of this has been about, okay, my delicious babies. But yes, I'm just so very pleased that, you know, so many are speaking about this now, do you know what I mean? Because what it does is that it spreads all the awareness. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? So, yes, Dr. John Campbell, keep up the good work. You're ticked off. Now then, not in that way, not in that way. Next one. Now, this one I haven't come across. Now, for some of you delicious little babies, maybe you have, but I personally have not. But this one is, if you again on YouTube, my delicious babies, all three of these are on YouTube today. If you could please and thank you tap into the old space bar. The Watchman with Eric Stakelbeck, you know, The Watchman with Eric Stakelbeck. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, the video that you're looking for, okay, my delicious babies, should read, and by the way, this uploader, not in that way, not in that way, has 654,000 subscribers, my delicious little babies. The video should read, Victor Davis Hanson on Great Reset Plan to erase national sovereignty and borders. Okay, my delicious baby, so I should just repeat that once again. Victor Davis Hanson on Great Reset Plan to erase national sovereignty and borders. Okay, my delicious baby, so very interesting. Now, I've seen Victor Davis, there we are, many times, okay, but I just haven't come across this particular uploader before, okay, but like I said, maybe others have, okay? But yes, I mean, and again, that's not a very long video, but he just gives a breakdown, you know, to do with all this control, that full control that we know who and a putrid little lackeys are trying to take. Do you see what I mean? From all of us, okay, Martin Sugar Baby. So he's not only talking about America, he's talking about, well, you know, all over the world, basically. Okay, Martin Sugar Babies. Now then, and of course these things, you know, need to keep being, there we are, highlighted. Do you see what I mean? Martin Sugar Babies, highlighted, yes. So that's that. And then the final one, Mad Delicious Little Babies, is again on YouTube. So if you could please and thank you, type into the old space bar. And again, I've advertised this uploader, not in that way, before. And what to type in, please and thank you again, is Magnates Media. So it's two words into one, Magnates Media. This uploader has 1.02 million subscribers, Martin Little Babies. And I'll tell you what, he does bang out some great little videos. And the video that you're looking for, Martin Little Babies, is the Uber story, fraud, betrayal, death, and cars. Okay, Martin Baby, so I should just repeat that once again. The Uber story, fraud, betrayal, death, and cars. Okay, Martin Baby, and that is with I'll get back to sorry, Martin Babies, about that. Okay, I do get distracted. I do apologise, but I cannot see who's just messaged me. I'll have to have a look afterwards. Okay, with Magnates Media. Okay, Martin Babies, a very interesting little video. Now he also, I'm pretty sure, because I listened to I don't know if well, actually, for most of you, you will know these you know, this particular chain, Subway, you know, like where you can get these sandwiches and everything. Well, they never put butter on those cobs. Do you know what I mean, Martin Little Babies? But anyway, I'm not sure whether it was Magnates Media or another one, but I remember not so long ago, just a number of days ago, listening to this little video to do with Subway, you know, the sandwich shop. You know, they have a large chain, you know, they've got it, well, there's one up the road from me. Me personally, I've only ever been in there once in the whole of my life. To me, I just do not like that particular sandwich place. I mean, it's not the staff or anything like that, it's just, I don't know. But I mean, to me, if you're going to have a sandwich, and I'm not a very big bread or cob eater, but if you're going to have a sandwich, well, you know, I like to have butter on mine. Do you know what I mean, Martin Little Babies? But so they give you all these different toppings and everything, yes, you know, to put in your sandwich, you know what I mean? But filling, sorry, but no butter. Do you know what I mean, Martin Little Babies? So anyway, that's quite odd anyway. But what did that start out as? It started out as Pete's Super sandwiches. That's what it was called originally, until they changed it to Subway. Okay, Martin Little Babies, and it was something to do with, if my mind serves me correctly, how they got the name. It's something to do with you know, submarines, Martin Little Babies, yes? Anyway, so again, this is another good, you know, little video to listen to. And if you was to listen to the Subway, like I said, I cannot remember if it's on this dear man's channel, God bless, or somebody else's, but I definitely just a number of days ago watched it, okay? It was very interesting to watch, actually. It really was, do you know what I mean? But it also showed, where, just to put you in a picture of this, what this was about, it also showed that, you know, when they took on the business originally, you know, Pete's Super Sandwiches, and then it got changed to Subway. Well, you know, he, well, never knew how to run a business like that. Do you see what I mean? It was just interesting to listen to, my delicious little babies, yes. But yeah, and of course they were talking about, you know, these cobs, the rolls and everything, yes, where there's absolutely so much sugar in them. It's unreal. Do you see what I mean? And yet they were branded as being healthy. Do you see? So for quite a long time they were getting away, you know, as soon as, you know, everything was about, oh, healthy this, healthy that. So for a time they got away with saying it. But then there we are, then things started to change. But I just thought I'd let you know that, my delicious little babies, okay? Now then, so that's that. So that's everything ticked off. I'll just let you know as well, Magnates Media. I was listening to his little video, actually, and he was saying that there was a, sorry, excuse me, there was a man, his name's Alex something. Anyway, and well, that he was threatening, you know, to take Magnates Media, who I've just said, to court, okay, over to do with videos and things like this, okay. Well, of course, I mean, this poor Magnates Media, okay, has worked super duper hard on each and every one of his, there we are, his videos. You have to listen to that short video as well, my delicious little babies. I haven't got it wrote down, but do you see what I mean? It's like how one man, this Alex, whatever his name is, to destroy. And then, of course, when Magnates Media went further into it and dug deeper, he found that this same Alex man, I cannot remember his last name, well, was going around threatening all and sundry. Do you see what I mean? But you know, he's worked super duper hard, and to get his 1.02 million subscribers, you know, on YouTube, do you see what I mean? Where he relies on it for an income, you know, as his job. Do you see what I mean, Martin, little baby? So then your man there, this Alex man, then, you know, as if he can just come along, there we are, and just destroy, you know, somebody's livelihood. Well, thankfully, he's managed to sort it out, God bless him, but he's managed to sort it all out. Do you see what I mean? But can you see the vileness? Do you know what I mean? But if you listen to that little video, you're going to get where I'm coming from here. But it was not a very nice experience for this uploader there. No, it wasn't. Do you see? You spend all that time, you know, and work hard and really have a passion for what you're doing, just for someone else to think they can come along and destroy. Do you see what I mean? It's not right, is it, Martin? The babies anyway. So yes, I want to tell you this as well. So I spoke to yesterday a few, you know, who I spoke to, okay? Well, anyway, nobody would know them anyway. And one came for a healing with me yesterday, a healing, and like just to clear the mind. Do you see what I mean? Yes. Anyway, so we were talking about, you know, the ways of the world and everything. And, I mean, this peed me off as well. Do you understand what I mean? Because it makes me just feel so sad, everybody, yes? And this particular who I spoke to, very sadly, and he's not alone, God bless him, okay? Not in that way, okay? Because he's a he, okay? I mean, he feels rather disturbed by this Marzlish babies because he took two of the old jab, jubby jabs, yes? Because he was visiting family somewhere else, okay? So, you know, he would have needed to fly to go to where it was that he needed to get to go and see his family, yes? So they said, you know, and this is, of course, in our UK, as others will very well know, that if you want to fly, and they were saying it globally, weren't they? If you want to fly, you've got to take the old... Well, anyway, what he did, okay, Martin babies. Now, I shouldn't get in trouble for this anyway, okay, but I am going to say the name before. I've just never said... I've said I, but I haven't said the rest of it. But he had... the first one was the AstraZeneca. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes. Now, this is somebody who's otherwise fit and healthy, okay? You know, works hard, he's got his businesses, there we are, and everything, yes? To where the next day, this is the next day, my delicious little babies, yes? Your man there couldn't even get out of bed, he couldn't walk. Now, prior to that, there was nothing wrong with him. Now then, so what he was telling me is that he did not want to take anymore because he'd had such an, there we are, awful experience after the first one. So they said, okay, you don't need to, take the AstraZeneca. Now, if you want to, you can take the Pfizer. Well, he didn't want to, but because he felt, he was forced, because that's what it was forcing for him to go away. So because of that, well, then he took a Pfizer. And of course, he said that particular one, got an itch, that particular one, Narzistic Babies, well, it was not as bad as the first one. But like he said, okay, well, he just hasn't felt that well since. I mean, God bless him. And, when somebody stands in front of you, Narzistic Babies, and I'm not here to depress, right? I'm just done saying it, okay? Because, yesterday was a bit of a peed off day for me. Do you understand what I mean? Yes? And every now and again, everybody, I never started out that way, although I felt like the energy was all off, yes? But, so I'm just being honest. Narzistic Babies, and if anybody tells me that they're flipping happy 24/7, well, all I can say is, roll on, because, somewhere you clearly just not being very truthful, and that's not being nasty, Narzistic Babies, yes. So if I'm not having a good day, I flipping say. Anyway, but you imagine if somebody comes in front of you, right, and he's asking me if he's going to be all right with his health. Imagine that. My delicious little babies, do you see what I mean? And of course, I try my best to, do you know what I mean, to be as truthful as I can and to be as reassuring as I can. But if only you could have seen, there we are, the look on his face, on his birth race. Because he knows, because he never wanted to take, there we are, anything in the first place. Now, what was amazing is that he refused to wear a muzzle. Can you see what's going on here, Narzistic Baby? So this is why I said, and I'm pretty sure months back on one of my videos, you got somewhere they wouldn't wear a muzzle, a mask, and they wouldn't wear, they wouldn't take the old jab, 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 jab. So you had that set, okay, which I happened, God bless myself, to be one of those in that category, yes. Then you had the others where they may have wore a mask, a muzzle, but no jab, okay? Then you got the others, and in this poor man's case, where he wouldn't wear the muzzle, the mask, but because he was forced, because that's what it was, he was forced, for him to go abroad, well, then he ended up taking that. So my answer was, I said, well, all you can do, so I made a suggestion, to do with, because I've done another video months ago, to do with the blood industry and things like that, okay? But I just said to him, I said, well, why don't you try and, get the plasma, maybe to try and clean your blood or to do something. And all that I was saying, and of course he said to me, he said, well, he's been doing his utmost, to make sure that his lifestyle, his health, with food, with everything. He also said that he goes to the gym every day, okay, to try to help his situation. But for me, myself personally, my delicious little babies, I could not stand in front of somebody and say, well, yes, everything's going to be okay. Because in all honesty, I just did not have that answer. And I'm just, there we are, and I'm just being honest with you, my delicious little baby. So that as well, there we are, upsets me. Do you see, my delicious little baby? Yes? Baby, sorry. Okay? Because, you want to be able to say to somebody, there we go, before I even say it, everything's going to be fine. But I just couldn't say it. All I said was, like I said about the plasma, to try and, and of course, he's explaining like I've just said, but, I just said, well, really, that's what, words to effect, shall we say, because it's a rather delicate subject, but, just to look after your health the best way that you can. But what he needed was like a healing, and just to clear his mind. Do you see what I mean? Because this is clearly bothering this poor man. Do you see? My delicious little babies, yes? And there's others who I know, God bless them, that are, going through this. And, and yes, it does upset me. Because, you like I just said, you want to be able to tell somebody, yes, everything's going to be all right, but I have to try and find a different way of saying, do you see my delicious little babies? Yes. And yesterday there was 3 different, strangely enough, they all happened to be men, but, there was one who I did the healing for. Then I was out and about walking my beautiful and delicious little Ruby Tuesday, when it flipping wasn't raining, and I was telling them, I was explaining to them. Now with the one, never had anything, never had the jab, yes, and they were younger, who I spoke to, yes, but the other one, God bless, well, very sadly, health worker, took it, thinking that, that they were in some way doing the right thing. Do you see, my delicious little babies? Yes. So I just found it, to me, very, very upsetting. Do you know what I mean? Then, so I'm just going to change the subject, but I can only hope and pray, God bless, that, who I just spoke about, that that there we are, that they will be all right. That's all I can hope and pray. There we are, my delicious little babies that I'm all cold in. Anyway, so I was just listening to, before I come on the old dog and burn camera, to do my video today, my delicious little babies, for whoever is kind enough to listen to me. So thank you. I was listening to Neil Oliver. Now, I like Neil Oliver. Not in that way. Okay, my delicious little babies, but I like Neil Oliver. And he happened to be talking about to, another, what did I call them, presenters. Just going to have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. And he was saying, that everything is flipping fear-mongering, which it is. And I've been saying this, done saying it for how long? Do you know what I mean? And, and he made a very valid point. Now, I knew this anyway, yes? But the point he was making, because even he sometimes, God bless him, and I've seen others as well, sometimes you can just tell that they're peed off as well, just like my flipping self. Do you see what I mean? It's all this flipping silly nonsense, what's going on. Do you see what I'm saying to you, Martin? About this? And he was talking about, like, say, like, a weather forecast, somebody comes on to tell you the weather and everything, yes? But now you've got, red, what did he say, red and black. Well, anyway, I know, you got orange, you got all this, yes? And, of course, as we all very well know, this is just one big effing scam. Do you say? But he's absolutely flipping bang on correct. There we are, and I already knew this. Do you see what I mean? So it's so good, God bless, and I'm not being nasty now to anybody. Do you know what I mean? Who's not aware, but, your gentleman there, God bless him, he's talking flipping common sense. I mean, since when have we been having all of these, all different, like on a map, all these different flipping orange, red and black and everything? Do you know what I mean, my little babies? So, but do you see how these and the putrid little lackeys, okay, are flipping, there we are, wanting to constantly ramp it up to make everybody frightened. It's like, I've never known in all these years, yes, my little babies, or in fact all these decades actually, I've never known in all these decades where there would be constantly banging on about other countries. And I mean, I seen something, I never clicked on it, but I seen something to do with, what is it, France, that it's super duper hot there. Do you see what I mean, Madlish babies? And of course, you know, they make out in all these other countries, you know, that ones are getting really sick and everything from the heat, okay? Supposedly, you know, we all know, to do with the effing flipping climate change, crock a shout. Do you see what I mean, Madlish babies? Yes. And of course, at the same time, it's like, this is just the way I see it, okay? So, God bless him, Neil Oliver never said this part, this is just me, myself, yes? So they put all on the YouTube and, you know, on other platforms and everything, you know, about the super duper heat in other countries, yes? And it's like rubbing our noses, you know, in the old UK, okay? It's like rubbing our noses in it, you know, where it's peeing down with rain flipping every day, virtually, okay? Especially in July, okay? I mean, we used to call it, for years, April showers. Well, it seems flipping July showers, doesn't it? Our delicious babies, but we all know why. The zazums, do you say? But it's like it's rubbing our, there we are, our nurses in it. But then I also seen, what was it the other day? And again, I never clicked on it. I just seen, what were they saying? That there's, because I was talking to the others yesterday and I was talking about this to one of them, the younger one. I was talking about, that they're saying that it's going to be, we're due to have a heat wave in the old UK, yes, and it's, you know, obviously going to be super duper hot, okay, and apparently this will run in right into September, apparently. Well, we're not seeing it as yet, are we? My delicious sick babies. But getting back to Neil Oliver, yes, I mean, he's the same. I mean, he sees it, all this crock of shart, for what it effing well is, the same as myself, the same as others who know. There we are. Do you see? But he's right. And then when he was talking about the war as well, you know, and I totally agree. I mean, there was on videos yesterday, okay, on YouTube and other places, you know, where something to do with the bridge has been, they were trying to, you know, attack the bridge, you know, to do with, what is it? Was it Ukraine? I cannot remember now, actually, my delicious babies, but I know what I'm talking about. When I looked at it, actually, I thought that looks like, I don't know why, but when I looked, I cannot explain what I mean. But what came into me old noddle was in Yorkshire, you know, the Humber Bridge, just for some reason, my delicious babies. And of course, you know, you had to pay. I'm pretty sure you still do, actually, to go on there, the Humber Bridge, okay? Because I remember, well, not long after it had been built, and I walked, you know, with my beautiful, you know, little family, and my beautiful, dear little Nana and, yeah, and my dad, and my sister, yeah. And I remember walking on there, do you see what I mean? And you've got, you know, because you've got like the sidelines where you can walk, and then you've got the cars, you know. And of course, I've also travelled, you know, many a time across the Humber. Do you see what I mean? Humber Bridge. I don't know why, it just reminded me of that. Do you know what I mean? But Neil Oliver, getting back to Neil Oliver now, but he was saying, and he's talking about the war, you know, like, you know, and of course, you know, to fearmonger the world, do you know what I mean? That, oh, you know, there's going to be this nuclear and everything. And do you know what? He's absolutely flipping bang on correct. Mad, there we are, mad lipstick babies, do you say? Because, you know, in any war, I do not believe that you get a winner or a loser, because really nobody wins in it, because God bless the dear soldiers and their dear families, okay, and God love them all, you know, who lose their lives, and then of course the dear families, you know, of course live with that, knowing that they've lost, you know, their dear loved ones. So me personally, I do not see really in any war that anybody really truly wins. No, I don't. But again, you know, this is just another way to, you know, to fearmonger again. But I know all of this, you know what I mean? And for other delicious babies who know, we know, you know, all of us. Do you say? But it's getting to the stage where, well, I'm flipping effing sick and tired of it. And it's very clear to me, God bless dear Neil Oliver, he's flipping effing sick and tired of it. And other delicious little babies, You know, of course, not in that way, but you know, you're right, darling. It's my beautiful little Syrian family up the road. Oh God, I love them. Such a beautiful little family. Sorry, Mads, babies, I do get distracted, okay? But we're just all getting flipping sick and tired of this flipping effing shart. I mean, it's day in, day out. So yeah, but good on you, Neil Oliver. Do you know what I mean? But he likes to call things out as well. Do you know what I mean? But the only thing I can say, and this is me personally, my delicious little babies, yes, I mean, maybe for others, they may, you know, feel the same. To me, I'm just flipping, it just annoys me, angers me, frustrates me. Just everything rolled into one. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies, yes? Pees me off. And another thing as well I want to say, and I've got to say this, I've seen a shorts video to do with, you know, this Just Stop Oil, and this man there now, yes, got out of his little van, and I tell you what, he was flipping, shoving them, grabbing all their, what do you call it, their, you know, what they hold up, grabbing those, and then he was shoving them literally out the way. You see, everybody's just getting peed off with everything. My delicious little babies, okay? And of course, you know, with the threats with the CBDCs, you know, and all this blooming, where they want to get rid of cash. And do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes? I mean, we know it's going to end, yes? We know it's going to end. But very sadly, it's like a piece of string. The question is, when? Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes? But they cannot just keep, you know, and of course, you know, when they were telling us to not to do this, not to do that, and then theirs and a putrid little lackeys swanning all over the flipping world. Do you see what I mean? You see, really, how does anybody, there we are, how does anybody expect those and the putrid little lackeys, expect us out here, us, yes, my delicious babies, to not do this and not do that, if they're doing the opposite? Do you see? My delicious little babies, yes? That's why. It's all, there we are, a crock of flipping effing shart. Do you see? And there's something else I want to talk about, right? Because this flipping pees me off as well. And I'm going to say it, but mind you, I said it, you know, for years and years and years, which I have to others. I've been to college, yes, but I haven't been to university. Neither would I want to go to university. Okay, my delicious babies, I need to just make that clear now. I've got nothing against anybody who's been to university or at university, yes. But what pays me off, and we've known this long time, it's been going on for a long time, years, where, you know, you have to pay high fees and everything, you know, to study, yes. And then at the end of it, right, and I knew loads over my years, yes, they couldn't just get a job, but there we are, or walk into a job, no. You know, so they couldn't get a job. So, correct me if I'm wrong, so if you got all these qualifications, well, why is it? And I knew plenty over the years, my little baby, sorry. Why could they then not get a job? Do you see, my delicious little babies? Again, it's another effing scam. But of course, what they're doing, and they've been doing this long time, they're teaching, there we are, the wrong things in these universities. Just like in the schools. Do you see, my delicious little babies? Yes? So, what everybody thinks, God bless them, that they've learnt, and they've learnt it all the right way. No. What this is, and just like school, it's just another way of programming. You know, programming. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes? And it's like, you know, the ones who do, what's it called? Law. Okay? Well, even for those, God bless. But even there, you know, we're not taught the correct way. Do you see? And I remember months ago seeing on TikTok videos, okay, when I used to look at TikTok, okay, on TikTok videos, where there's lawyers, okay, solicitors, where it's like they knew that they'd been taught, there we go, the wrong way. So what they did is that they then sort of, let's just say, relearned everything. Do you see what I mean? Yes, they've just relearned everything. But very sadly, you do not find, very sadly, a lot who do. Because in their genuine heart of hearts, they feel as if they're being taught correctly. And this is with other courses that we are to do with university. So I've got nothing against anyone personally, like I said, who's been to university or at university, no, but I am going to, like I said, continue to criticise. Because, you know, it's really, I mean, nobody should even have to pay for an education like that. I mean, what is it? Is it something like 30 grand? And then, of course, you know, and even if you're a school teacher, whatever you are, then you spend all your time to pay back that loan. Do you see? Which, of course, we know. And what was it I heard the other day? Something about, what was it they were thinking of doing? I think it's... Mind you, please do not quote me, my delicious babies. I mean, I may not have all this fully correct, but there's something I heard on a video where they were going to, what they were looking at is halving the universities. And I don't know whether that's just in the UK or whether it's in other places, I'm not too sure. But there was I just heard words along those lines or something, yes? But when you actually look at all of this, my delicious little babies, yes, I mean, those, okay, have used how many? To do all different things in the world and different trades, there we are, different trades and different skills and different things, yes? But really, who was the one who was really making all the ka-ching? We know who. There we are. My delicious little babies, do you say? You know, and then we look at our silly, effing, flipping, incompetent, flipping, putrid governments, not only in the UK, but all over the world, okay? And I'm going to continue to say it. And I know that some, you know, whether they agree with me or not, I really couldn't give a damn, actually. Okay, my delicious little babies? So, yes, maybe I am having my say today. And having a moan, but rightfully so. But when we look at the old putrid flipping UK that we're in, it's not the UK itself, and it's not the people, okay? It's what the putrid government in the UK have flipping done to us in our country. My delicious little babies, yes. Not to mention other putrid governments, you know, and how their populations would be feeling. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, yes? But again, for most of these countries, I'm telling you straight, it's flipping war crimes. There we are, that's being committed, yes? And it's like, oh, you know, everybody who knows these things, right? And everybody, it's like everybody should go, oh, yes, that's okay. You just carry on. Do you see what I mean? My delicious little babies, yes? And of course, you know, and then you've got, where is it then? Where is it in America? Where, yes, over there, right? I've got nothing against the Americans, but we know where, you know, things are coming from, okay? But of course, you know, our UK seems to have a load of shit thrown, you know what I mean, that we're the worst and everything, yes? No, I disagree. Yes, we've got a putrid government. Yes, we have. But at the end of the day, you know, it's like, you know, everybody says this about us and that about us. Do you understand what I mean, yes? When, of course, and I just want to point this out as well, that, of course, we are the least racist in our UK, in our country. Okay? There we are. Okay? But, of course, you know, it's like they just want to, what's the word I'm looking for? Blacken our name. I mean, me personally, I'm proud to be English. Do you see what I mean? I am. I'm proud, there we are, to be English. But I'm not proud of our putrid, poxy, evil governments. No, I am not. Okay? But over in America, getting back to them now, you know, where their citizens now have to pay taxes, what, to fund a war which is all flipping effing war crimes. Do you say, my delicious little babies? So yes, that flipping effing pees me off as well. So no, I just feel that whatever all of us Maatlistic babies, and I'm talking globally, okay, God bless us all, okay, I just feel that whatever's been taught needs to be undone and then redone another way. There we are. That's what I believe. Maatlistic babies. Do you say? Because let me tell you, each and every day there's more shout, more to fearmonger others, who, of course, God bless, because we have to say that, some others will be absolutely terrified about things. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Which, of course, is not helping our situation. I said it before, I do believe months ago on my videos, yes? You see, what we need to do, and that's what Neil Oliver has said as well, but that's nothing that I haven't already said months back, yes? That, you know, when they do all these things, what we do, we just do the opposite. You just do not be fearful. Do you say? Because this is what they're fed off. There we are. For all these decades. Do you say? As well as using us all, you know, to have skills, to do everything else, you know, to do, let's just say, all their jobs so that they could enrich themselves. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, yes? And then, what do we get? It's not physically, my delicious little babies, it's just figure of speech. But then what do we get in return? Where they just want to, there we go, exterminate us all. Do you see what I mean? Oh, sorry, apart from, what's it, 500 million? Do you see what I mean? So that's the thanks that us, globally, that we get, well, for enriching them. Do you see? My delicious little babies, yes? And of course, they use all these different things, they use all different things. You know, culling, isn't it? Do you see, my delicious little babies, yes? And I have done, there we are, for years and years and years. Do you see? And of course, you know, it's classed as, God bless anybody in these wars, and God bless anybody who's passed away. God bless, with all different conditions, diseases, yes. God love them all. But, you know, the fact of the matter is, like I just said, I mean, this has been going on a long time. Do you say? And what do they call it? You know, we have to keep it, you know, to depopulate. Do you see what I mean? But because these putrid pieces of shit are flipping out in the open, big time. Do you see? And I was explaining this yesterday, you know, to 3 I said. I was explaining all these things. Do you see? I mean, they're blatantly, you know, it's just like the flipping effing, there we are, laughing at us. Do you see what I mean? Like they found it, there we are, flipping hilarious. Do you see, my delicious little babies? Well, from where I'm sitting, and the same as other delicious little babies, yes? We're not finding this funny. We are not liking one bit. Do you see? Because what's taking place, there we are, and what has done and still is effing putrid. So anyways, that's the end of my video. So yeah, I just think that, you know, everybody needs to be taught a different way. This is just my view on things. I mean, some may call me right, some may call me wrong, but that's the beauty of life. I am a woman with a view, and I shall continue as long as I have a breath in my body, there we are, to have my view and to voice, there we are, my opinions. Okay, because this is what they want to do, you see. Anybody who has free thinking, there we go, ding, ding, dong, dong, can think for themselves, well, they're not alike in this. They do not want tarps like us out here. Do you see what I mean? Who can think for ourselves, you see? They want everyone. It's a bit like, oh, God bless little sheep. I love little sheep. It's like gathering sheep. Do you see what I mean? They want everybody to go in one, there we are, direction, you see? But of course, we can see that they must be obviously getting very frustrated because they're not simply been able to, let's just say, around all of us, there we are, up, are they? Mad Delicious Little Babies, you know, and of course, you know, the cover, there we are, is getting blown day after day, there we are, after day. Do you see what I mean? Yes, and everybody can see, there we are, what the crack is, exactly what they're up to. Do you see? But then again, when they're putting it on YouTube and different places, do you see what I mean? But it's all right for them to put things, yes? But then when others wanted to speak about things, oh, no, 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 no. Naughty, 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 you're not allowed to do that. Do you see what I mean, Mad Delicious Little Babies? Well, to me, that is not fair. Do you see what I'm saying to you, Mad Delicious Little Babies? That's why I said it's either their way, there we are, or the highway. Well, no, because you're getting more and more and more who are not complying to this, do you see? So it's making their job more difficult. Do you see what I mean? Wow. What did they expect? What did they expect? You know, did they just expect everyone to say, oh, yes, it's like a walk in the park, yes, we'll just, there we are, just do as we're told. When you have so many now, like myself as well, you know, you research, there we are, over years. Do you see what I mean? Just to say, oh, yeah, well, what you're doing, yeah, that's fine, just carry on. Do you know what I mean? Because no. Do you see? And I feel myself, that's the one thing that they're super duper, there we are, afraid of. Yes. Do you see? So this is why we have all this shit thrown at us. You see? But sometimes, yes, I'll be honest with you, sometimes I do get peed off and it does flipping get to me. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes. So that's all I have to say. So, you know, thank you once again to anybody who even takes time to listen to my video. But yes, I've had my say today. And no, I'm not going to change what I've had to say. No. You see? And like, just to think, I just want to leave you with this thought, food for thought, my delicious babies, just to think that, you know, years ago, to go to university, you know, was classed as a, you know, a super duper wonderful thing. You know, your parents would be proud of you and, you know, and all these things now, yes? You know, to find out, do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? That things are not, there we are, as they seem. Do you see? Well, to me, that's enough to, there we are, to pee anyone flipping off. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? That's all I've got to say. Do you see? Anyway, I could say more, but you know what? I'm just going to end my video now, so lights off. I've had enough. Had enough today, but you know what? I wasn't even going to put a video out. No, I wasn't, but, you know, I just thought, just put it out now. And some of you just think, oh, she's just a miserable little cow. Do you know what I mean? Please don't worry about that. I'll get the phone in a minute. So sorry about that, my delicious babies. But yes, you know, I am peed off about things. And, you know, if anybody thinks that I'm just a, you know, a moody little bitch all the time, well, I do not know what others think, but I'm not a moody little bitch all of the time. Well, some days I get it. Do you know what I mean? But to tell you the truth, so I'll say that myself. Do you see what I mean? But to be perfectly honest with you, my delicious babies, you know, all I can really say is that, you know, what I see in the world, everything what I, you know, what I see, you know, it just disgusts me. And how they can do this to all of us globally. And beautiful little and large little animals and birdies and creatures great and small, how they can do it to all of us and, you know, and what they're flipping named as humanity. It just disgusts me. So, yes, I do get days, there we are, my delicious babies like this. I just get peed off with many things. I mean, of course, like I just said earlier, and I repeat once more, yes, it is going to end, but the question is when. But, you know, I'll still find something there we are to smile about. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, I will, okay? And, of course, you too, my delicious babies, you know, should, if you can, also please try to find one thing a day to smile about, which I do. Do you understand what I mean? Yes? But what I'm saying is, when I'm peed off, yes, I'm just peed off, and I'd just rather get it off my chest. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes? Just pees me off. How they flipping skanked us. How they flipping scammed us for all these flipping years. You know, and to think sometime each and every one of us have flipping fell for it. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? And that pays me off even more to think that. Do you know what I mean? Me myself as well. Do you know what I mean? Really flipping effing pees me off. Do you know what I mean? My delicious little babies. You know, why can't we just live in a flipping free world? Do you know what I mean? Instead of having this chat, flipping every day of the flipping week. Anyway, that's it. So please continue to lift the vibration and lift the frequency. A smile a day keeps the doctor away, just like an apple a day keeps the doctor away, okay? Please give a listening ear because it's always welcomed. And please take care of yourselves and please try to take care of others. And wishing you all the most beautiful morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world, okay? Have a super duper time because you only get one life. And please give a tap on the back, a shake of the old hand to some family members, to some friends or to some work colleagues, and please tell them that they're super duper wonderful, super duper juicy and super duper delish and that you love them so, okay? So until my next video, my delicious little babies, you just all look after yourselves. Bright blessings to you all. Sending you all so much love, peace, love and harmony in each and every one of your lives, okay? So until my next video, God bless, take care, thank you, goodbye.